Can you hear me okay? All right.
All right.
Thanks for coming out, everyone. So well to see
yeah.
you. Woohoo!
Yeah, this is very cool that you wrote a book.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And Melissa's like one of my best friends, so it's gonna just be us catching up.
Yeah. We should share. We met at SNL, my second season. Steven came along, and I was like, who's gonna write with me? And I met Steven, and I was like, oh, this goof gets me.
Do you remember your audition?
Yeah, I remember.
I'm sure this lovely audience would love to hear about it.
Yeah, you're right. I just called it in. No, it was. I remember doing bits of mine that were already in my stand-up that included impressions. So I think it was Gwen Stefani when I drive my car and I listen to No Doubt It's Dangerous because I make her face when I'm driving. Just like, for a long time, I was in love, beep, beep. So that was a bit. And then I did, J-Lo. I was like, I had the first big booty. I don't know. That's J-Lo being all serious. And then I did Owen Wilson for sure. I did a little Owen here. And then I did this bit about my grandma, which is, I was like, they need to have a little taste of who I am. Which, no, I just meant like, I had to share my roots, and I imitated my abuelita, my great-grandma. It's a bit that I did on my Netflix half hour. Thank you. You guys are sweet. It's just a bit of like, I'm Mexican. I didn't practice Spanish growing up, so it's always awkward when I hang out with my grandma, and I just nod and smile. I'm like, and she was like, ay, mira, Melissa. Ay, mira, chiquita, bonita, sí. And I'm like, oh, you're bonita too. And then she'll start talking shit about me in Spanish, like, ay, mira, está loca, mira. And so that was a bit I did, and then Christina Aguilera, and I can't remember, but I think that was, and Kristen Wiig, that was a big one. I was like,
that's a big SNL trick in an audition. If you do an impression of a former cast member, it's like
You're
a
in.
cheat code. Yeah. Did you hear like them reacting, or was it like dead silent?
I heard some giggles.
Yeah.
I heard some laughs.
It's usually pretty quiet.
Yeah. But I auditioned first long before then, like 8 years prior.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
but
like
I wasn't
when
funny.
When you did like America's Got Talent.
Yeah, no, it was even before. It was like the year before I did America's Got Talent, or 2 years prior to that.
Oh, no way.
Like in 2010 or something. But
How old were you?
21.
Yeah.
Not a person. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But the manager was like, "Go, you're."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah," and I was, no. But I just did some solid impressions that I had for a while, and I started doing voices in my teenage years, and I was good with, the Kathy Griffin, Britney Spears, a few, and didn't get that call.
When I auditioned in 2017, I didn't think I was gonna get the job, so I did half of my audition in Spanish.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I took off almost all of my clothes. And then Lauren saw me and said, that guy should be a writer.
And and that place, I mean, it was magical that we got there. And I when I met Steven, though, I was like, oh, this guy gets my humor. We laughed. I was like, oh, there's someone that gets me. And we wrote the Nickelback sketch together, the Dying Miss Gomez, where I'm the old lady and my last words are Nickelback. And from that moment on, we were like, oh, we get it. We get the loony.
It was nice to finally like get something that was like in our voice on the show.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard and it's so competitive. And then I remember the next day, I think you texted me that Nickelback tweeted at us.
It was a big day.
Yeah.
They were like, anytime Miss Gomez, I mean, they were like, oh, we're sad that our biggest fan died, but we love Miss Gomez. They were like playing along with that. I was like, that was the best.
Right. Do you remember just like any silly stuff like happened in the office? I know you were on Instagram Live and I ate Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to.
We had a lot of toys in our office.
A lot of Toy Story, the Slinky.
Yeah. Which.
A lot of Nerf guns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were always goofing.
Yeah. And a lot of like, I slept in the office so many. Oh, remember when you didn't want me to sit on your pillow?
Yeah, well, hey, you don't like that, right? You don't want a butt on your pillow?
Yeah.
Steven.
We're like siblings, and then that became like a huge. I always bring it up. Like, what's wrong with my butt sitting on a pillow?
It's just stink. You're on the subway probably, and my face sleeps, takes a nap on there. Come on.
Well, now that you say it like that, it makes sense.
Hey.
But how do you feel now that, like, I mean, we're both not at the show anymore.
I know.
It feels.
Lo siento.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You felt it was hard for you because you called me last summer and you felt like, I think you feel like a responsibility that you have to represent so many people at the show.
Yeah.
So that made it really hard that you couldn't. But when you told me about it, it made so much sense that, on to the next chapter and you're selling this book. Like, right now, we would be in the office right now. But instead, we're in front of hundreds of people talking. This is so much better.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just, it was a lot of anxiety for me, and I mean, you felt it too.
Yeah, we felt it. Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, I don't think I could keep going and keeping up with it. That was all.
I think we hold ourselves to like a high standard, and we always want to like produce. And like when I felt like I think I gave everything to this show.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, but obviously, like, I look back and I only think of like the good memories, though.
Well, we should.
Yeah.
I already printed out a photo album, all the 6 years of photos I've taken.
Pictures?
Bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm gonna cherish that I'm gonna be an old lady and be like, oh, I remember.
Yeah, I know. I'll feel that way. I sat next to Elon Musk. Amen.
But yeah, so now I'm just like embracing. I've been, it's exciting sharing my art. My art. I think that throughout the span of being on SNL, the 6 years, on my free time, which was Sundays. I was drawing a lot, and I was like emotional, and I was like, I don't know, and drawings would pop up in my head, and I would share them on my art Instagram, which is Melissa V Art. A lot of sensitive drawings, a lot of heartbreak drawings, a lot of just anything that I was feeling, and I don't post them that often on my comedy account. I have a Melissa V Comedy Art account. Instagram account, because anytime I try to share like a emotional drawing, people will be like, "Ha, that's hilarious." I'm like, I don't want to be here sharing my art anymore. So I made the art Instagram, and there's just a lovely community of people that are just also artists and sensitive, and we're just sharing, connecting through different art. And I love it.
One thing I noticed is you have like a lot of fans, and they are obsessed with you. And see? And that guy's wearing a shirt of your face. So,
whoa!
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Stand up.
Look at him. Wow. I looked good there. Wow. Whoa.
Well, this is a weird segue. But I remember when I looked at the YouTube comments of our first sketch, and the first comment that I saw was, "Man, Melissa's so funny. One day, I'm gonna kiss her." It's like, what the hell? And he's here tonight, everybody.
No, my fans are the best, and I always just try to be very honest with comedy and art, but I always just want people to feel like, Yeah, that I'm here I'm also just trying to be very transparent and real, and know that you got a goofy friend over here.
What I love about the book is, when most celebrities write a book, it's always talking about how their lives used to suck. Like they have sad lives and stuff, But this is like not like any other book. This is like, it's almost like an adult children's book.
That's what it should be, yeah. That's what I wanted. It's like an adult book for their inner child.
Yeah.
Little Steven. Okay?
Yeah, I know. I was like the critic in Ratatouille, and I turned into a little boy reading it. And it's what inspired that. I mean, it's so you, but like, where do we begin? We're like, I'm going to write a book and it's going to be like this. Okay,
well, it shifted a bit. So, like I grew up loving Shel Silverstein, okay? Or Silverstein, did I say it? Silverstein, right? Steen, I said it right the first time.
Yeah.
It's always the first time saying better. Anyway, I just, as a kid, loved his art because it was so simple and yet had so much meaning. And in high school, I was a little emo punk kid, and I was always doodling. And so, where was I going with this? Oh, okay. Well, I've just had a lot of drawings through the years, and I just was like, I want them in a book. I want them like Shel's books, just a bunch of drawings and poems. And then, I'm pitching it around, and Chronicle was like, people love interactive books right now. Let's make it interactive, share some funny stories. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. I want people to have a fun time in it. I want there to be heartfelt stuff, self-help things, but also silly at the same time, because I love self-help books, but when it gets too fluffy and corny, I'm like, all right, just.
This is true. Anytime I was going through a tough period, Melissa gave me several books. And I always read like the first chapter, but I just needed someone to talk to.
Yeah. I didn't want to talk to you. Read this.
Read this book.
I don't want to hear it. But yeah, it just kind of came together. I think like in 2020, I was like, I want to make a book, and then it became this, and then the title, Whoops, I'm Awesome, just popped up in my head one day. I had a few other ones, I was thinking like, Be a Good Nut, which they didn't like. They're like, maybe don't put nut in the title, or loony, And then this worked out good. So, yeah.
The self-love and the self-care stuff, like when did you always have that, or did you have to like exercise that muscle?
I'm still working on it today.
Yeah.
I grew up with low esteem, so look, I have a tough Mexican mom, okay? Mm-hmm. And she, how would I say, it just like, there was not a lot of softness there.
Yeah.
For me anyway. It wasn't like,
is it okay to say that she's like she's kind of hard on you?
Just a tough love. So I didn't really hear a lot of gentleness. I heard just like, why are you doing that? So I always have that like a little, just those like negative thoughts about myself. So I'm trying to always battle that, and I'm always trying to not be so serious. Because I know I have a serious side, but I want to get to that silly place because that's the best stuff. That's where the creativity comes.
Do you remember what was that moment when you were like, you felt like silliness was like a escape from that? Like at least like because I remember like just like living in Oklahoma in a trailer park, but I had Sony PlayStation, and I had all these distractions, or I'd watch Conan.
Oh yeah.
And like what was those things that help you like become like the person that you are?
Yeah, I mean, I love Slinkies. I had a bunch of those. And I share in the book, I had Play-Doh. I would sniff it. And I would lick it sometimes. But N64 was big in the house. I think I just liked really fun. Yeah, I think that was the fun of it. And I watched a lot of SNL, and that was...
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, like, when you actually had to, like, do, like, your first show, do you remember what prompted you to do that? Because I think the first time I did stand up, I'm like, I'm a crazy person. Like, what a dumb thing to do.
I mean, for me, I had a lot of impressions. I started when I was like 15.
Yeah.
And then right after high school. So I'm from LA, everyone, and fortunate to grow up there because Hollywood was right around the corner from Whittier, which is like an hour drive from Whittier. And so I just started signing up for open mics. I was like, I got to share all these impressions. God, annoying, Sorry.
Do you remember, I know what you're saying that because for a while, you started doing so many impressions, but then you kind of, in the book is kind of like, what I'm trying to say is like, the book kind of shows that you kind of grew out of that, right? And you became more just like your personality.
Yeah. That's what I feel so proud of is like getting to that place. Because I just didn't want to only do impressions for the whole career. I'll always do them because my ear naturally picks up voices and I'm happy to, all my actors' voices, and it'll always be. But I think weaving my truth and my observations and what makes me crack up in life within all the voices is just the best. And so I like that I have a balance of both now.
And I think, no offense to impressionists in the audience, but like I feel like you don't get a sense of their personality, and sometimes that's like, it's a hard barrier to get.
And it's tough because that is it'll guarantee laughs.
Yes.
And everyone will love it.
Right.
So I think it's a gift and I am proud of it.
Yeah. But the reason I think people are here and everyone goes to your shows is more than the impressions.
Thanks,
the
Steven.
Personality. She's like a happy person. It makes you happy.
Hey, there's a little evil side too.
Very, very much so. What was one time we were shopping at Target?
What?
We were shopping at Target, and then you said, "I love sleep because I close my eyes and it's when the world finally shuts up." That's like serial killer talk. And then also Melissa's.
I like naps.
Like not the best at pep talks before shows.
Oh yeah.
Usually after I'll tell Melissa, "Oh, you're gonna do great. You're gonna do awesome," and then Melissa's like, "Yeah," and Steven, God loves you.
That's so weird. I don't know. No, but that's sweet.
It's sweet. Yeah, it's sweet. It's like
probably
a child.
It's
a thing that a child would say, which is fine. Yeah, and I feel like you get a sense of that just from reading it. I mean, I feel like that's so important that I still remember who little Stevie is. Do you think that's like a big thing for you too, is just remember who you were as a kid?
Yeah.
Don't lose that?
Yeah. Especially for comedy.
Yes.
Or all art, I think.
Yeah.
Got to keep that little one near. Because that's what sees things in like a funny way. And
I feel like when we're together, we revert to our kids' selves.
Yeah.
Like we're playing Nintendo Switch, we're watching Dunstan Checks In.
We did watch that one time. Remember that 90s movie? No? The monkey?
The monkey.
In the hotel?
And it ends with the monkey on top of a tree hitting a man with a coconut and I think killing him.
And then the credits pop up with the music.
Everyone's dancing.
I actually watched Dunstan Checks In the night that I got the call I was going to be on SNL.
Oh, yeah?
Like, people will ask me, like, did you celebrate? Did you rage and party? And I'm like, I watched Dunstan Checks In with my brother, and we had pizza.
We were not big party people.
I'm not a big...
Yeah.
I mean, that was even with SNL after parties. I would get so much anxiety because I was just like, who's cool? I'm like...
It feels like
sometimes I would give up and just sit there and just... All right, I go home now. And then, but what I would tell myself, because I think I just have social anxiety regardless with any parties or gatherings, I say just ask questions, and I'll tell myself, I'll play a game like, okay, Melissa, I'll let you go home, if you talk to at least 3 people, then you could split. So then I would go and chat with 3 new people, and then I'd go home. But I had that, and my sister would hold me accountable because I'm like, I don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah, she did. She did. Yeah. Did you have like a weird encounter with a celebrity at an after party?
At an after party.
Or just an interesting one in general?
I mean, okay, one time De Niro was in the guest dressing room.
Yeah.
And I walked by him, and he was, I think we locked eyes, and I went, oh, and I ran. and Heidi and I shared a dressing room at that time, and I was like, I just saw Robert De Niro. She's like, did you say hi? I'm like, oh, no. And then I was like, I'm going to go back, because I'm Melissa Villaseñor, and I'm on the cast. I'm going to go say hi. And she's like, yeah, go back, Heidi was told me. And I was like, Robert, I'm Melissa. And he goes, hey, how are you doing? And they shook my hand. But it was like, I was like, I felt good. I did that to Paul Rudd, too. I was like, hey, Paul, Melissa. I think people are getting used to me going, yeah, hey, it's Melissa. I did that to Bill Burr once at an after party. Uh-huh. He didn't see me or something. Those parties they're very so dark in there. Yeah. And I was like, hey, Bill, it's Melissa. And I was like, it's me, Melissa. And then he goes, oh, shit. No, I heard you like, oh, it's me, Melissa. And he still imitates me to this day because I was like really trying to say hi.
My first year, you took me to a Taylor Swift concert.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And I remember you were like, oh, we're going to go, and she's going to be my best friend.
You got a photo with her.
Wait, yeah, and did I ever tell you my conversation with her?
No.
Man, I was killing it. I was killing
What'd you say?
We're talking about life being a performer. And I'm like talking and like, you know, and she's like laughing at what I'm saying and stuff, you know? I mean, and it was great. And then I blew it because I told her, hey, I just heard you're in the movie Cats. Congratulations. And then she was like, oh, okay, yeah. Do you want to take a picture or something? That was it. I didn't know that Cats sucked.
I didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a good play, right? Oh, it's not.
All right, we're not going to have a Cats discourse.
You know what?
This has gone off the rails.
Yeah, any more things about the book that I feel like it's real sweet.
What is your favorite? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. I'm just checking my tweets. What's your favorite part of the book?
Okay, my favorite part, and I'm glad I got this piece in. This happens to be a lot of people's favorite piece. Hold on, where is it? Okay, this piece right here, real popular with the fans. But I drew it in the spring, and it's me stepping out of a painting in a museum, and the footprints stepping out and looking at it. And it's called Step Out and Take In All the Colors of Your Life. And I did this in a moment where I was like, just stepping out of myself and being like, man, I am on SNL. I got there. I'm so grateful. And I think it's just, God, that's beautiful. And I actually I got a big piece of this, framed it for Lawrence. That was the last time I chatted with him.
Yeah.
And I gave him that, and he got pretty teary-eyed, and I was like, damn, Melissa. Touching hearts. But and the cutoff point for the book was like, I think, April time. And I was like, oh, no, change it. Put this one in there. And I'm so glad it's in there because it is people's favorites. I think people see different things with this piece.
I just like the idea that maybe a reporter is going to post that Melissa made Lauren cry.
Oh, no, don't do it. Yeah, that'll set the headline. Wow, she's me.
When you're writing this book, who is this for?
I think it's for anyone. I will say probably teenagers and up. Some people say, I'm going to get this for my little daughter. I'm like, don't. I don't think, it's not that there's anything bad. I think there's a lot of places where it's fun, that they could color in. I think there's fun mazes and stuff, or they could draw their bird. I think there are a lot of places for little kids, but I just think that the reading just might be hard for a 5-year-old or something.
Yeah. You do say use the word bitch in one of the pages.
I know, I look, sometimes I sprinkle it in. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's nice too, you know? Don't you like it when the nice person finally says, "Oh, fuck off"?
Yeah.
You're kind of like, I think that's why I've been doing new bits in my stand-up of like, just a little more honest, like what bugs me, and the crowd is fine. Like, there's a relief.
There is.
They're like, finally, Melissa's letting it out. Because
like
I'm a people pleaser.
When my Mexican mom cusses, it's like the funniest thing in the world. She'll be like, I was talking with a student who was a bitch, and I was like, whoa! And everybody in the car is hooting and hollering.
I met Steven's mom, by the way, and oh my God, her voice, it's so cute, but she's so funny.
We have that similarity of just like Mexican relatives and like and then I remember you telling me like your uncles were always like, your uncle was like always super positive, and they're just like such characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like discuss like family stuff in the book?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's sprinkled in. I talk about my siblings, how they're my best friends. They're married and stuff though. So. Oh, time
great.
for the Q&A.
These are the Q&A questions, all right? And I got to say, everybody's handwriting is an 8 out of 10.
Wait, let me see. That's nice.
That's nice, right? What about this one?
Very good.
That's what I thought. You're being sarcastic?
No, I have bad handwriting, all right?
I can read it. It's great. I love this audience. All right.
You guys, this is funny.
So, should we start with the first one?
Let's do it.
All right.
That was weird of me to say.
So, this is a great question because I think this is what inspires all your art. How do you like to channel your emotions into art, and has it evolved throughout the years?
I love it. I love that I could listen and pay attention to an emotion, and I just will let it see what my brain comes up with, and it's so exciting to put it on paper and add the colors to it if it calls for colors. Mm-hmm. And it's gotten way better. I think they're just getting deeper and deeper, and I think I don't know. I just think it gets better. Anything you keep doing, it just gets better.
And
yeah.
Oh, that's
good question. Thank you.
Great question. So I actually like this question. I like all the questions. But I'm curious about this one.
Okay.
Do you have a creativity routine? And like, if you have like writer's block, how do you navigate through that?
Ooh, good. Do I have a creativity routine? I feel like I have to shut everything out, like the phone noise, and kind of either meditate or listen to music or walk, something that's just kind of separating. So it's kind of like quieting down so you could hear it.
Yeah.
That. I even did a little piece. I've been drawing this little heart recently, this little heart guy with hands and little Doc Marten boots and a backpack, like a human heart shape, with eyes. And I drew a piece of like a little heart. I wish I could throw it up there, but anyway, he's just in another, bless you. But the heart is in the middle of the forest, laying there amongst the stars in a little campfire. And I just wrote like, make space for the magic. So I think I have to quiet it all so I could pay attention to like what's coming up. Because there's so many layers now and noise, and then you're like, wait, where am I? But it's there. So anyway, I think that's my routine, is quieting everything or working out, shaking, dancing, doing something just to mess up the routine. That's
important. Yeah.
Sometimes gets in the way when you're so strict.
And
I think you need to play.
And it's like getting out of the house or the apartment.
Yeah.
Doing something new.
Doing something new.
Yeah.
Taking a stroll down the different block.
Yeah, big time.
And then writer's block, I think what helps me is I do those morning pages. I've been doing that for like 10 years from the artist way. That's a good thing because you jot out all the stuff you're feeling. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes the idea pops up of what your soul wants to do.
Do you still?
I know sometimes it sounds corny, but I'm being truthful too.
Do you still journal? Because I remember you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know what to do with all of them. There's a lot of them. I'm like, do I burn them?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Will you burn them for me?
I'm not gonna know.
No, I should save them, right? Make a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's some naughty things.
There's some naughty tell-all.
These pants are making me sweaty.
I'll burn those for you. Here's a fun question.
All right.
What sketch or character of yours that you really wish you could have done on the show you didn't get to do?
I mean, I know it's a simple one, but I wanted to do that Mickey Mouse update. Remember when I was Mickey?
Oh, yeah.
It was like height pandemic. Mm-hmm. And I think it was like, all the people in Florida, it's a mess down there. And then I pull out a cigarette, and as the Mickey was like, things are looking up, and it was so sad, but it made me, I was like, I couldn't, it did so well, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. And when I played Sebastian, Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh, yes.
I played twice at dress rehearsal. Dan Licata wrote it for me. Dan
Licata is one of the funniest people.
Such a funny comic and writer, and he was like, have Melissa play Sebastian.
It was the hardest I've ever seen the table laugh at anything.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
I think it was like...
Leftovers?
Yeah, it was that time Sebastian hosted the MTV Awards or something. And it was kind of like a parody of it, like him in front of all the kids talking about, my family, my Italian family, they're going crazy. They're driving me crazy. And I don't know, it was so silly, but there was a really funny update piece.
Yeah.
And it was like a Thanksgiving time, and it was so silly, and I was like, didn't go. So those two, I think.
I really was trying to figure out how to write a Pokemon sketch where you were Ash Ketchum.
Oh, Ash Ketchum from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pikachu, no!
Pikachu!
It is a good one.
It truly is like the one, like my Moby Dick, like the whale that I could not capture. I wanted to do that so bad.
Didn't we try Tekashi 6ix9ine a few times? No, it was just one sketch.
Yeah, it was Tekashi 6ix9ine under witness protection.
Oh yeah.
And he lives with Woody Harrelson on a ranch.
That was a fun one.
That was a good one.
I really liked it. Everyone's like, yeah, make Melissa be the dude. And it's great. I have a masculine and feminine energy, and I love having both. Anyway, let's carry on, huh? You don't want to talk about it, I see.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's just.
I'm here. I'm not here to get bullied. This is from someone.
All right.
I believe it's is it Candy or what was that again? Candelaria. Wow.
Candelaria, cool.
This is from her.
Oh,
And she
pretty
says,
name.
It's written like a letter.
Okay.
Hi, Melissa. I love your comedy and your art and your pets.
Oh, Ella and Penny.
What are some nicknames and/or little songs you have for your animals? And then she wrote in parentheses, I'm Mexican también, haha.
Oh, I love that. Mucho gusto. I've been practicing my Spanish. No, really, it's been fun. Mm-hmm. I've been taking Spanish lessons on Zoom with the teacher in Mexico.
Is that the one where you said the teacher was hot?
No, that's my guitar teacher.
That's right.
I'm not learning anything because he's too hot. He's too hot. He's Chilean. He has a thick accent. His hair's gelled back, and there's a little ponytail back here.
He has a lot of tattoos?
No.
Back to the pets. And little songs you sing to your pets.
Okay. It's so weird, right? Do you guys have songs for your pets? You're like, where did this sound come from? All right. When I look at my Penny, my doggy, I go,
which is, that's pretty good. Which is also a song in Animal Crossing.
And Ella, I just look at my, I don't know. Ella, I don't think I have a song for my cat. I just go, Ella. And she just looks at me, just.
Doesn't care.
Not a fan. Good question.
Who would you consider to be your role model in your career and maybe your role model in life?
Ooh.
We could always go on to the next question, or you want to feel?
Oh, this is a good one because I've had mentors and role models in the past. Like I think when I was on the road, I was always reaching out to Maria Bamford because I know that she's a fragile, sweet, talented comic. And I started going on the road after AGT. I was 23 and not ready for it because I had 15 minutes of good stuff, do an hour. Mm-hmm. It was hard, and I would reach out to Maria on the road a lot. She was my mentor then, and she'd be like,
"Oh yeah, just do volunteer work in the city." So.
And then I don't know. I feel like Kevin Nealon I reach out to these days.
I was about to say Kevin Nealon.
I really love Kevin Nealon.
Yeah.
He's just chill. Kirk Fox too. I don't know if you know Kirk.
I know Kirk. Yeah.
He's good. They're just there's something like I don't know. But also like SNL people too. I'm thinking Fred Armisen's really sweet to talk to.
Yeah, Fred's the best. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fortunate. There's a lot of good ones. I could probably just reach out for help.
And I think that was super helpful during SNL to talk to those former people too.
Yeah, and I even like ran into Anna Geister recently, and even right now I'm going through a little transition of like, what have I done? What do I do? And people that have already left are like, just you have to push through it because it's just that weird. Anytime you leave some job, you're just like, wait,
It was a big chapter of your life.
Yeah, but so there's a lot of great people, but I don't think there's one person I kind of reach out to right now. But I think I'm a lot of them. Okay. I see when your eyes switch and you're like, Melissa's done. She doesn't know where to go.
No.
Move on.
No. I was just reading these great questions.
Okay.
This is a fun one. What's your pre-stand-up meal? Which is, it's usually I could probably answer that. It's usually what's around, right?
What? How dare you?
What are you
talking about?
Last time we did a show, we had chicken fingers.
No, I didn't eat any, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I think I wanted to have some, but before a show, I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I think I have to wait till after a show. But if I am hungry and I need energy, I'll try to get something healthy. Like I like a good quinoa bowl with some chicken, a little bit of kale or broccoli, carrots. Simple and bland, but... You don't think it's simple? Yes. Anyway. And then after it, I'll have some pizza or something.
Oh, remember
a burrito.
Remember that pizza in Toronto? When in between shows, we got pizza. Remember that was the best pizza we've ever had.
Wait, what are you talking about? I don't remember.
We had 2 shows, and then in between the show, we went to the arcade, the beercade. You literally told me it was the best food you've ever had.
Okay. Now I remember it.
Remember?
Yeah. It was really good pizza. Yeah.
We were leaving.
Yeah.
All right, well, we addressed this one already because I'm a nerd. Have you ever played video games? Moving on. What games are you playing right now?
I haven't played, I haven't played my Nintendo in a while. I have the Switch and DS. I have different editions of the DS. But on my phone, I did download Cookin' Mama, which was a fun game. It's a fun game on Nintendo. And it's just this little lady you're cooking, and if you cook the meal well, by the way, I don't cook good in life, but in the game I do good. But if you do a good job cooking and you cook everything well, she'll be at the end, she'll go,
"Oh, better than Mama."
and I feel so good when she's so happy.
You should voice a video game.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Anyone? No, I would love it.
This is an important question, and I think like as a young up-and-coming stand-up who's in the audience, they probably would want to ask you, I don't know how to get started. Do you have any advice?
I think like almost just observing everything throughout the day, writing stuff down, things that happen to you, things that piss you off, it's just like listening to your feelings about things and jotting them down, and then just start finding those open mics and signing up and getting on stage, and then just keep at it. I think that's it. And
actually, like, push yourself, give yourself that deadline. I signed up to this open mic. I don't even know if I have material, just go and do it.
Yeah, is that what you suggest? How did you?
I signed up. In Oklahoma, they had an open mic where you signed up and you would go the following week. So that's what I did. Yeah. I think the first time I did stand-up was the funniest I've ever been.
Okay. What did you do?
I don't want to talk about it.
You have to tell us now.
Well, I was 19, but I looked like 12, you know? So I was like, what's with women? You know what I mean? It fucking crushed. I was so good. It doesn't work that well anymore. What kickstarted your creative writing process, and like, what was that? I know we probably asked this already, but what was the moment when you were like, this can be a book?
Oh. I don't know if there was a moment this could be like with writing. I just felt like all my artwork could be in a book. But then once I added fun stories and stuff, I liked it. I think it's also kind of how I write. It's almost like how I'm talking. It's not perfect. And there's mess ups in there. Like there's a crossword puzzle. I forgot to add one of the words I said to find. And then I was like, I forgot rice. But I don't know, I think and I even wrote, there's like.
What?
Yeah, no.
Who's your editor?
No, it's good, Steven, that's what I want.
Oh, okay.
And then even like, there's moments where I write, haha. But I think that's, I don't know, I wanted it to be like that, so I don't think my writing
There's pages where it says, haha, this book is awesome. I'm so glad I bought it.
I think there's little moments like that, but I hope to be better. I'll be honest, I want to get better at writing. Even if I did SNL, it's like, it's so different. I want to learn how to write my own scripts for myself too. And I haven't done it because I get nervous because I don't know how, but I have to just start doing it. Even if
you write your own stand-up.
Yeah. But I always think it's separate, but maybe it's not. Maybe I could.
I think my go-to thing is when I start writing it, I tell myself, this sucks. This is not good.
Okay.
And that's fine. That's okay. It's okay that it's bad.
Yeah.
Because you know what's worse? Not writing it at all.
Oof. Yeah. Steven's getting deep. No, you're right.
I need to write a book.
Yeah. I want to hear about little Steven in Oklahoma. Come on, this.
It was.
There's a story.
Oh yeah, a lot of meth. Not me. It's just my neighbors. Yeah, well.
That's really good, though. I'm going to try to just do that. Say, hey, this is going to suck. And then just keep and try it.
It's hard. Writing is so freaking hard. Remember those days where we would, like on Tuesdays, we had to like come up with a sketch and you start and it's just like, no matter how many great things you've written, when you start something new, it feels like you've never written anything in your life.
Yeah.
Same with like doing like a new stand-up bit. You're so vulnerable, right?
But it's exciting because then you have a new baby to share. You're like,
Well,
then the whole set could feel good.
The caveat to that, after doing it once and it gets a laugh, it's like, oh, I have a cute baby to share.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Ew. I won't do that. People don't like that when I do the baby sound.
This has happened multiple times at shows where I'll be having lunch with Melissa and I'll say something like dumb and funny and she'll think, that's so funny. Can I say that on stage? But it's like usually something like dark that only works if I say it. And then like, I remember you did a joke and it did fine. It didn't like crush.
It's not in my voice.
Yeah, but then I just remember Melissa being like, sorry guys, that was a Steven joke. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know how to explain it. Should I explain?
What?
The joke.
What was the?
No, because, look.
I don't even remember. You don't even.
No, I had a dream. No, we were in Canada, and I said, Steven, I had this crazy dream last night that I punched a baby. and you were like, say that on stage, but say,
I had a
nightmare last night?
I had a nightmare that I punched the baby. I'm sorry, I messed that up. I had a dream that I punched the baby.
And it was just too dark, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't
Melissa
work
just
for my
pointed.
voice.
That's the loser that wrote that dumb joke.
It doesn't work.
Obviously. Are there things that you're like looking forward to? I mean, once you're done with the book, I know you said that you're going to like chill for a little bit.
Just for the holiday season.
Yeah.
But I think I want to create my own show.
Yeah.
And a little short film, maybe.
Woo, nice.
I think right? Okay, thanks, guys. I need to.
What is the ideal like show that you'd like to make?
Go back and forth in my head, but for some reason, a Pee-wee's Playhouse meets Mr. Rogers just seems right to me.
Yeah.
Something kind of like, or I learn something new. I have like, it goes into animation in my artwork. In one portion, I have little puppets with me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just like kind of playing it out a little bit.
Yeah.
But then there's also another thing of, I don't know, me growing up in Whittier and my family. Story about that could be fun. And doing impressions, like voices as a little kid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe it'd be fun. You do a movie where you play all your relatives, like Eddie Murphy and the Clumps.
Well, that was an idea too.
Yeah.
That like if I play some of the relatives.
Yeah, call it Los Clumps.
Los Clumps.
I think we ran out of questions.
Oh, for real?
But I got.
I don't.
Yeah.
Really? Seems like there's more in there that you're not telling me about.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Do you want to look at all of them
and
double check?
I think you're
Let me
a liar.
shuffle.
Okay. What do you love doing impressions? What do you get out of it? Why do you love doing impressions?
I think
You didn't.
I did because I felt like we addressed. I love this question. What do you love doing impressions? And what do you get out of it?
See, this is a good one. Why do I love doing impressions and voices? Because, okay. I feel like it makes my life, okay, well, how do I say it? If I'm in it doing an impression, like let's say of Dolly or of Gaga or whoever it may be, or J-Lo, I feel like I take on something really cool about their personality. You know, like if I'm J-Lo, I'm J-Lo. Mm-hmm. And I suddenly feel the confidence of it. That's a fun thing. You kind of feel something from them.
And have you met like the people that you've impersonated, or do you have like a favorite interaction with someone?
I mean, I wish I've never met Dolly. There's still, I hope I could still.
But she tweeted at you.
She tweeted, she was like,
I never looked and sounded so good.
That's how I read it. So I think, I don't know, it just makes my life a little more animated.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about even my daily routine things. If like, let's say I'm throwing clothes in the laundry, I could be like, throwing clothes in the laundry! And it's like I don't know, it just makes things a little more cartoony.
Yeah.
Being able to do voices. And and people probably hate it, I think. But I don't think you don't think I'm annoying with voices, right?
Oh, no. Well, that's our time, guys.
You know what I mean, right?
I will say, no, I'm not going to say it. No, I love it. Are you kidding? I think you're the,
You do voices, he does voices too, really good impressions.
Don't put me on the spot.
Go on, Steven.
No.
Steven.
All right.
Adam Sandler for Sandler.
That was one of the
Whatever
ones
one
I
you
did
want.
in my audition.
Yeah.
Sandler. All right, that was Sandler.
And
that's it.
No, but look, you're good at it, really good at voices.
Yeah, I appreciate this therapy session.
Tom
in front
Hanks,
of
Tom Hanks choking on a chicken wing.
Tom Hanks choking on a chicken. oh, come on, I can't believe it.
I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No.
They gotta know.
Or they gotta know. Now they know.
All right.
You get recognized all the time by people, and it's when someone earlier today, someone just now was like, just saw me and said, "I love your stand-up," and I was like shocked and scared. I don't get it, but it's like you've become like numb to that, right?
No, I'm not numb.
Yeah.
I love it. Every time
What
someone
about all the
says,
time you tell me you hate it so much?
"What are you talking about? I've never said that." Oh my gosh. No, I
she
love
loves
it because it's a reminder for me that I am supposed to be doing this. I am good at this. I forget very fast.
Yeah.
And when someone's like, your comedy makes me so happy or brings me comfort, then I'm like, oh, I have to keep doing this. This is, I'm supposed to be, I don't know. I forget it too fast.
When I was like younger, I was obsessed with Kristen Wiig. I thought she was like the greatest performer ever. And I had a moment where I got to like tell her that.
Yeah.
It was great. And what's so nice is like, I don't think maybe you don't realize but you are someone's Melissa Villaseñor, you know? And you really like, you've meant a lot to so many people, you know?
Yeah.
Pat yourself on the back. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, for sure. And I hope that's what the book brings to you. To use?
There's a lot of typos in this book.
I mean, I messed up a lot of words on SNL. You remember.
What were
Remember the Jason Sudeikis? There was a sketch, you could watch it. It's very funny because I messed up. I butchered a word. People will tell, I might have an issue with sometimes people say like, okay, this is how you say the word, and I'll practice it, and it doesn't come out. I think Cecily's kid name was Lonnie, and I practiced backstage, Lonnie, and it popped out on air. I was like, I'm Lonnie's mom. And then Sudeikis was like, Lonnie, and it just was like, I didn't hear it, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But
it happens.
I do mess up words. Yeah, we all do.
It happened to me recently. I was playing like a quiz game or something, and somebody asked, who shot Lincoln? And I said, John Wilkes Booth.
Wilkes Booth?
Nobody told me it was Wilkes Booth.
Wilkes? What's next, Milky's Way?
Yeah, I guess I'm a big frickin' idiot. I guess, do we have anything else you wanted to share? Did we do our time?
I think this has been, I mean, it's been lovely. I hope this was
fun
and good. Thank you so much for being here.
And are you selling the book, or did you?
The book is here, yes.
And you've signed all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all signed, and I hope you guys all the best on your journeys, and I hope you keep playing and be playful and joyful and silly.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much.